Your love is like a radiant diamond bursting inside us. We cannot contain. Your love will surely come find us like blazing wildfire, singing your name. God of mercy, sweet love of mine, I have
Good evening. Class of 2022, you may be seated. Thank you. Good evening and welcome. My name is Shannon Smith and I'm the upper school principal here at Hilton Head Christian Academy. Thank you for coming tonight. This is one of my favorite things that we do all year for our seniors. This is our senior celebration where we will listen to each of them, read a letter that they've written, some reflections, some thanks, and some looking forward. So I am going to open us in prayer, and after our prayer, we have a visitor that's going to give out 2 awards, and then we will get our first senior up here. So if you would bow your heads with me, please. Heavenly Father, I just thank you for this time and this opportunity in bringing us all together at this school. We thank you for this class and all of those sitting here that have supported and poured into these students, and just ask that this is a night where love is shared, thanks is given. We're going to laugh, we're going to shed tears, and we're going to be touched. And again, thank you for loving us as your children. In Jesus' name, amen. Before we begin, I would like to introduce from the American Legion, Post 205, which represents all of our armed forces, Mr. Mike Miranda, Adjutant of Post 205.
Good evening. I have 2 school awards for 2 students. They read as follows: the American Legion Certificate of School Award. This certificate is of distinguished achievement is awarded to Kyle Sanders Cannell and Jacqueline Crispin Lowry. Very clumsy today.
Thank you.
The award reads as follows: in recognition of attainment acquired as winner of the American Legion School Award, in further recognition of the possession of those high qualities of courage, honor, leadership, patriotism, scholarship, and service, which are necessary to the preservation and protection of the fundamental institutions of our government and the advancement of society. This award is made by Dennis J. Becker, Post 205 of the American Legion, Steve Robillard, Commander. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Miranda. We will get started with our first senior tonight, Ms. Kate Booth.
When reflecting on my last 4 years of high school, I can reflect on how HHCA has provided me with a family outside of my own, and the friendships and connections I have made during my time here is invaluable to me. I am so grateful for my family who have supported me throughout every decision I have made during my high school career. I want to thank my little sister Lauren, who has shown me the prime example of being unapologetically herself and for being the most supportive person in my life. When reflecting on HHCA's impact on my life for the past 3.5 years, I have learned how engaging and fun learning could be, and I have never experienced true student-teacher relationships like I have at HHCA. There are a few mentors I would like to thank for making my high school experience so amazing. I want to thank Mr. Curtis for always supporting and checking up on me since the day he interviewed me for HHCA. I have known Mr. Dale since 7th grade as my club volleyball coach, and he taught me lessons on how to be a leader and how to take defeat with grace, regardless if it was on the volleyball court or in real life. And finally, I'm so grateful to have met Miss O'Connor and Miss Harden in these past 2 years who have shown me what it is to be an empowering, successful woman. Thank you to all of my teachers and classmates who I can commemorate for such an amazing high school career.
To HHCA staff, students, and families, thank you for everything these last 4 years. 2 weeks before my freshman year, I decided to make the best impulse decision of my life and come to HHCA. And if you know me, you know I love my impulse decisions. This school taught me more than just math, science, and history. It taught me that no matter what you go through, there will always be light at the end of the tunnel. If I could name everyone I am thankful for here, I would, but I only have 250 words. There's a couple people, though, that I cannot go without thanking. My mom, thank you for everything you have done for me. You have made me into the man I am today, and I will forever be grateful for everything. Miss Woods, you are the smile that brought me here. Thank you for all the support the last 4 years. Last but not least, I cannot forget my boys. The school brought me and my friends all the love and support I could ever ask for. I am more than happy to call these boys my brothers. To the 4 leaving this year, I am excited to see what you do. And to the people that are staying, don't worry, we'll be back. I want to end on just one thing. I was taught through these 4 years that life's too short to take for granted, and we need to live every day like it's our last. So seniors, just remember, worry less, smile more, and live every day like it's your last.
Dear HHCA, as I reflect on not only the past 12 years of school, but my past 4 years at HHCA, I couldn't think of any place I would rather be. I could sit here and go on and on about every single person who has changed my experience here, but that would take days. From playing volleyball to basketball, and even the 2 weeks of soccer I played, to even a theater production, I've made memories I can never forget. I am beyond grateful for the impact HHCA has had on me. To my parents, thank you for seeing the better in me and pushing me to reach my goals I set for myself not only in high school, but as I go into college. To my sister, my built-in best friend, thank you for being my biggest cheerleader and someone I can always go to. And to my best friends, thank you. Thank you for the love and support you have given me no matter what. From the late night drives to the many adventures we have partaken on, those are some memories I will cherish forever. To my teachers and administrators I have encountered throughout my years, thank you. It is hard for me to point out specific people who have changed my life because everyone who I have encountered while I have been at HHCA has changed my life forever. I will leave on this note, go Eagles always and forever. Sincerely, Mackenzie Buchter.
I would never have guessed that I would have graduating from Kelton Head Christian Academy, but here I am. I am incredibly blessed and grateful to be graduating from such an amazing place. I want to preface this by thanking the ones who made this year happen. I want to thank my family, Emmy, Kate, Colby, Mom, and Dad. You have given me so much in life and have always been by my side. Specifically, I want to thank my parents. I would not be where I am without you, so thank you so much. I came to Christian Academy not knowing anyone, but everyone was welcoming. Starting off the year, I joined the cross-country team, full of amazing people who made me feel welcome. Thank you, Mr. Mao, for helping me throughout this year and always being someone I can talk to. This year progressed quickly, and I began to grow close to my mentors and classmates. My mentors taught me so much more than the lessons in the textbooks. They taught me valuable life lessons that I will carry with me throughout life. Thank you to all my teachers. I also want to thank Coach Conroy for allowing me to play on the basketball team. You're an amazing coach, and I am so glad I was part of your team. Finally, I want to thank my classmates and friends. I've had so much fun with all of you this year. HHCA has helped me strengthen my relationship with God. I have loved my time here, and I am so sad it has come to an end. Thank you for an amazing year, and I wish everyone luck next year.
My parents relocated, I'm short. My parents relocated me to HHCA in 6th grade for all of the drama. Or maybe it was the drama department. I can never really remember. In all seriousness, this school and its drama department have changed my life. I met Michelle McElroy in my first week here, and she's been one of the most consistent and encouraging mentors in my life ever since. During my freshman year, I tried out for varsity cheer, thinking 2 years would be an easy way to fulfill my sports credit. I am not athletically gifted. Cheer became one of the things I looked forward to each day over the last 4 years. To Aunt Eddie, Ashley Bazilla, and my co-captain Jacqueline Lowry, thank you. And my 2 sports credits turned into 6 when I joined my brother on the sporting clays team. I'll miss doing that with him. Every one of my middle and upper school mentors have seen me laugh and cry. However, through it all, they have never ceased to be uplifting. Then there's Steve Bryant. I can't begin to describe how grateful I am for you. I am honored to be the one who gave you a vanilla bean frappuccino addiction. And of course, we will stay in touch. Friends have come and gone over the last 7 years. I still can't believe Bella will soon be 12 hours away, and Will be 5. I am grateful for all of you. You have taught me so much about myself. And to all my family, thank you for sending me here. Even though I don't say it often, I love and appreciate you.
A little over 2 years ago, I was finishing 10th grade at one of the largest high schools in the state. Had I stayed there, I would be joining nearly 1,000 students for a very, very long graduation. I am so blessed that I had the opportunity to finish high school at Hilton Head Christian Academy. My only regret is that I didn't come here sooner. Over the past 2 years, HHCA has become my home. I am so thankful for the many wonderful mentors and for the friends I have made along the way. To Mr. Smith, Mr. Bryant, Ms. Thurlow, Ms. Mackay, Ms. Bowen, Ms. Poole, Ms. Hubbard, and Ms. Higgs, I want to thank each of you for your daily support and encouragement. You guys are the best. I want to thank Ms. Solka for taking me under her wing and for being such a wonderful mentor and friend who also dressed up with me matching M&M during Spirit Week. I will never forget you or that day. Every time I see M&Ms, I think of you. And finally, I want to thank my parents and my big brother who have always been there for me, guiding me in the correct direction and molding me into the person I am today. I would never have made it without the many individuals in my life who have supported me along my journey. Thank you all, and go Eagles.
As I reflect on my years at Hilton Head Christian Academy, many lessons come to mind. There is one main lesson that I have learned from many of my close mentors here. Never stop believing in yourself and who God wants you to be. I would first like to thank Hilton Head Christian Academy for my on and off years of attending school here as I homeschooled at times. Even during those 4 years, it still felt like I had a second family. I would like to thank Mrs. Harden for being the reason I fell in love with English and for being a close friend. I would like to thank Mrs. Del Gercio for always being there for me. To Security Steve, thank you for making me feel safe physically and spiritually. To Mrs. Higgs, who has known me since I started in kindergarten, thank you for always looking out for me and being the last face I see every day. To my mom and dad, thank you for always supporting my creative dreams and encouraging me spiritually. I will always love you and will forever be grateful for your time and support. To my brother Sean, I know you are more popular than me at school, but please don't be stupid. To my grandma Sandra and Aunt Christy, thank you for always supporting me spiritually, personally, and financially. To the class of 2022, I couldn't ask for a better senior class. I pray as we enter the real world that we will all make smart decisions and discover our path in life through Christ. Thank you.
I have attended HHCA for 5 years. These past 5 years, I have made so many memories, real friends, and most of all, I can call family that will always be remembered from this place. I came here with such an open mind, not thinking I would be here standing today with such confidence and passion of what I want to achieve in life. I wanted to thank the people that I have looked up to that have helped shape me into the person I am today. I would like to thank Ms. Harden for being a shoulder to lean on when times were rough and having her listen to my nonstop rants in E10 every day. I would also like to thank Ms. Higgs and Mr. Bryant for being my go-to people when I needed some life advice or just to talk to whenever I wasn't doing my work. Lastly, I would like to thank my favorite teacher, Ms. O'Connor, who has shown me a side of myself that I never knew before, going from online meetings to having many laughs in and outside of class. You have truly helped me open a new door in my life, and I'm inspired by your motivation and positivity every day. I will truly miss our long walks about life and having you as a teacher. I dearly love all of you, and I will truly miss the love and support I received from this place.
We've come a long way since freshman year. You have to make every moment count as your last moment. Do not forget to hit as many things as possible in the parking lot. If you beat my number, I would love to know. I would like to thank my parents for the love and support they have given me. I cannot thank my dad enough for the whole year where he dealt with me while my mom was away. Thank you to all my family that has made me who I am today. I will never forget the endless love you guys have shown me. I would also like to thank all my mentors and coaches at HHCA for their mentorship and support. I cannot thank Mr. Smith enough for the character he has put into me. I have learned to be more accountable for my actions and be truthful to everyone. It only took a couple of visits to your office. Mr. Musso has been one of the best teachers of all time. The stories and lessons he gave us, I will never forget. I know you will miss your favorite class, 6th period pre-calculus with Warner and I. There isn't enough time to thank all the teachers, but you all will always have a place in my heart. And don't forget, guys, go Eagles!
HHCA will always hold a special place in my heart. From the moment I stepped foot on campus, I felt welcomed. The amount of love and support this community has given me is endless. I would first like to recognize all of my classmates. You all have made my time at HHCA so memorable. I've loved getting to know all of you. I look forward to seeing what everyone will do in the future, and I'll miss seeing you all every day. Secondly, I'd like to thank my mentors. Throughout my time at HHCA, I've been able to foster many meaningful relationships with faculty. I've enjoyed getting to know many of my mentors on a personal level. I have such a strong support system here at HHCA, and I'll be forever grateful. To Mr. Bryant, Ms. O'Connor, Mrs. Davis, Mrs. Harden, and Coach Grunk, thank you for all that you've done for me. Lastly, I would like to thank my family. Elizabeth, Caroline, and Christina, thank you for being the best little sisters. You are people I can always count on and my biggest supporters. I'm lucky to be your older sister. And to my wonderful parents, words cannot describe how much I appreciate and love you both. You both have shaped me into the person I am today, and I'm so lucky to have you. Thank you, HHCA. Goodbye for now.
It's so crazy that it's already graduation. I remember growing up, looking up to the high schoolers. Then one day I'll be in high school, and then now I'm an upperclassman. I guess I am that upperclassman now. I first wanted to thank my parents for everything they've done for me over the years, whether it was school, golf, or anything else I ever needed. They were always there to help me. I wanted to thank my golf sponsor, Budget Blinds, for paying for all my tournaments, equipment, and helping for the HHCA golf swag. But for all seriousness, my family has been so supportive for everything I've wanted to do, and I couldn't have done it without them. I wanted to thank Miss Higgs for being so helpful throughout the years, signing me in and out multiple times a day. I wanted to thank my teachers for all that they have done throughout the years, helping me day in, day out, before tournaments, after tournaments. I want to thank my coaches, Mr. Suddeth for the past 6 years, and Mr. Spangler for this year. It's been a really fun 6 years, and all those memories I'll have for the rest of my life. Lastly, I'd like to thank my classmates. Y'all have been a great class. I wouldn't change this class for anything. Whether or not if we hung out over the years, I will miss all you guys and remember everything. Thank you.
It's so crazy that it's already graduation. I remember, oh, this is Sean's speech, my bad. All right, pretend that didn't happen. I always thought it would be easy to stand up here and say goodbye to high school. But now that I'm up here, I'm wishing I could do another 4. I met some amazing people and have some great memories in these past years. I want to thank my boys and all my friends I've had by my side on this journey. I will always be there for y'all whenever you need me. Mom, I thank you for always pushing me to be better. You are always my biggest supporter. Te amo con todo mi corazón. Dad, I thank you for raising me to be strong and for creating my passion for sports. Love you, Dad. I want to thank all my teachers, and especially Ms. Harden and Mr. Abbott, for teaching me so much more than just academics. You taught me valuable life lessons that I will carry on in life. I'll never forget y'all. I want to thank my coaches, of course, for not only bettering me as an athlete on the field, but as a man off the field as well. I want to end on a quote that's important to me as I go forward in life. It's from Kobe, and he says, "Everything negative, whether it be pressure or challenges, they're all an opportunity for me to rise." Thank you, HHCA.
As we all know, time flies by. As I look at my peers and teachers, it seems as if it was only yesterday was my first day here at HHCA. I was welcomed into a family that loved me and cared for me for the past 6 years. The skills and tools that I've learned here will help me succeed down the road. I know my faith in Christ will never be diminished because of what HHCA has taught me. Despite the few years of craziness with COVID, I am happy that we were still able to have somewhat of a normal high school experience, which I will cherish forever. I would like to personally thank Mr. Bryant and Mr. Smith for helping me learn discipline, self-control, and leadership. I would also like to thank all of my football coaches, not only for always giving me a hard time, but teaching me teamwork and hard work. I would also like to thank Mr. Gray, Mr. Langefelt, and Mr. Suddeth for teaching me about how to be the best Christian I could possibly be. I would also especially like to thank my family, my mom, my dad, Ava, Gramsy, Granddaddy, Duchess, Papa, Opa, and Aunt Betty for helping me become the young man that I am today. Love you all.
Hi everyone, I'm Harper Krim and I'll be reading for Molly. When I look back at my 13 years at HHCA, what I'm most grateful for is the relationships that I have built with my teachers. All of my teachers have made an impact, but there are a few that I want to specifically thank because of how they have made me feel cared for and unconditionally loved and supported. Mrs. Hubbard and Miss Poole, since the time that I first started coming to you in 2nd grade, you have both been a constant source of patience and encouragement. You each help so many students and unfortunately often go underappreciated. I want you to know how grateful I am for you both, always taking the time to help me. I hope you both know the difference you have made in so many students' lives. Miss Harden, Throughout this year, you helped me actually pass English, and you've always been there to listen to all of my issues, no matter how big or small. Miss O'Connor, you've helped me realize that it's not bad to feel your feelings, which has helped me through many challenges these last 2 years. Thank you both for being Molly's moms and for our fourth block talks. I love and will miss both of you. Finally, to my classmates, in the words of Miss O'Connor, love you, wear your seatbelts, eat carbs, and live your truth.
Although I've only been attending HHCA for the past 2 years, this school has helped shape me into the person who I am today. I would like to personally thank Miss Sulka, Miss Bazilla, and Miss Hames for always being there for me to talk both inside and outside of school. I also would like to thank my grandfather for being a great role model and supporting me through my high school years. And most importantly, I would like to thank my mom for everything that she has done for me. She has helped shape me into a resilient and confident young woman. I have created wonderful memories here at HHCA with my mentors and friends. I especially enjoyed our high school retreat at Carolina Point, where I had the opportunity to spend time with my brother Will and our classmates. Hilton Head Christian Academy has gone above and beyond to prepare me for my next chapter at Auburn University, and I'm very excited to be attending there this fall. Thank you.
Although I have only been attending HHCA for the past 2 years, this school has helped me that's Headley's. I always thought graduating and going to college was so far away, but as I entered my last year of high school, I thought it couldn't have taken any longer. I have been here at HHCA for 2 years. Although it wasn't easy, I would like to thank my parents for working hard to send me to this school, and my favorite mentors like Miss O'Connor and Mr. Bryant for helping me succeed. I would especially like to thank my younger sister Bless for being by my side, always helping me with my math homework, and especially for the not one, but 2 state championships we were able to win together. I'm gonna miss our drives to school together and being late almost every day because we just had to get Starbucks. I don't know what I'm gonna do without you next year. Maybe I'll take you with me so I won't have to start driving places. But seriously, I am beyond grateful for the friendships and memories I have been able to make, and I'm excited to see what comes ahead. Go Eagles.
To the class of 2022, thank you so much. I've made friends here at HHCA that will last me a lifetime. Thank you for all the memories. Senior year has been one of the best yet, and while I'm excited for what is to come, I'm gonna miss the Monday lunches, our Bible debates with Mr. Lingefelt, and most importantly, winning Powder Puff. I also need to thank my amazing teachers. To Mr. and Mrs. Harrington, thank you for not only helping me through English and chemistry, but also for always being there for me and being my biggest supporters. You both make your classes so much fun. Now, to Miss O'Connor, thank you for everything. You create such great connections with all of your students, and I'm so thankful for all of our meaningful conversations. You always have a way to make me laugh, and you have such a natural talent for teaching, hence how I passed my exam. And to Drew Dale for being the best volleyball coach who can make everything fun. Miss Harden for being an amazing teacher and always helping me succeed. And Mr. Lingefelt for opening my mind up to so many new ideas and always creating such a fun class. Sorry for being a pain sometimes, but I still think I won those debates. And most importantly, thank you to my mom and my dad for sending me to this great school and for supporting me the whole way through.
Good evening. In these past 2 years of Hilton Head Christian Academy, I have really grown closer to my faith and have developed a relationship with students and teachers that I will take with me to college. I want to thank all of my teachers who have helped me gain the knowledge to help me in my future. I want to thank my family for helping me get to the place I am today, especially my mom for molding me into the man I am today. I want to thank HHCA for providing a family-like atmosphere and for my friends for making it feel like that all the time. I want to say thank you to Coach Baduzzi and all the other coaches who have coached me and took me in when I transferred, and making this team over the past 2 years some of the best memories I've had at HHCA. I want to thank my fellow teammates for always being there for me. I'm going to miss them next year. Lastly, I want to thank Mr. Smith and all the teachers for making our senior class a special one and allowing our senior class to become more like a family through different activities and things you let our class do this year. Thank you again, HHCA, for all the great times and memories. I will miss it.
With my time, I'd like to thank a couple groups of influential people. To my friends, thank you for making me laugh. Some of my happiest moments at HHCA are when we are just laughing and enjoying each other's company. I am so excited to see what the future holds for each of you, and I pray that you find happy, satisfying lives rooted in Christ. To my dear sisters, Chloe and Sadie, I'm gonna miss you losers. You girls make me laugh, and I'm gonna miss Chloe's constant songs and dances, and Sadie's yummy baked treats. I know you're gonna miss me, so please FaceTime me. Even if it's 12 o'clock at night and you're not supposed to have your phone, call me. Mom and Dad, thank you for being my biggest supporters. Dad, thank you for advising me and always having wisdom for different scenarios. To Mom, my BBF, thank you for always listening and talking to me. I'm gonna miss you both. Thank you to the mentors of HHCA. I have an abundance of school moms that I routinely go to for advice or just to catch up. I have had extremely influential mentors pour into my career goals and into my spiritual well-being. Mr. Collins especially, thank you. It's hard to sum up the incredible influence you have had on me, but you are someone I deeply admire, and I am so grateful for your mentorship. You and all the other mentors have shaped and molded my character in so many ways. Thank you all so very much for all of the ways you have poured into me over these years. I deeply appreciate your support, and I will miss you all, but don't fret as I will come visit. I'll only be a car trip away. Bam, go Eagles.
As my time at HHCA comes to an end, I've had the opportunity to reflect on what a blessing being a part of this school has been. The past 4 years, the HHCA community has taught, shaped, and guided me in ways that no other school community could have. Notably, I've experienced both emotional and spiritual growth throughout my time at HHCA. Numerous faculty and staff members have impacted this growth. In fact, too many to mention without exceeding the word count of this speech. But there are a few that must be mentioned. I would like to thank Ms. Kapitsky, Mrs. McElroy, Mr. Barry, Mr. Matt Smith, Mr. Harrington, Mr. Abbott, Mr. Mao, and Security Steve for not only being uplifting spirits, but for also consistently leading me in faith and being incredible academic and artistic mentors. Your guidance specifically has contributed to my success in many areas, and I'm eternally grateful for your humble leadership. My personal favorite mentor, however, has to be my mom. Mom, I'm so grateful for the never-ending support you provide me with and for all the tears you've been forced to deal with over the years. You're my inspiration and my #1 fan, and I'm forever grateful for you and Mallory. As I look to the future chapters ahead, I'll always remember my time at HHCA and the everlasting love and welcoming heart that the HHCA family provides. Thank you, and go Eagles.
The only lights I like to be under are the football field kind, so I'll make this quick. 5 years ago this spring, I walked onto campus for my shadow day. When my mom picked me up that day, she asked, "How was the school?" I instantly replied, "It felt like home." And that is what each of you have done ever since. I could list every coach I've ever played for, the mentors I've had, and all the life lessons they've taught me. But then I'd be up here all night, and I'm not trying to be that guy. Just know how much each of you mean to me. I'll never forget you. I wouldn't be here without my parents, my siblings, and God. My mom is my biggest fan, and when she couldn't be there, BJ was. Thank you. My older brother and sister travel 1,000 miles just to catch a game. My little sisters love me no matter how bad I smell. There isn't anything they wouldn't do for me. I have so much to be grateful for. It's been an awesome ride. Until next time, lots of love, Bulldog.
I've been watching these speeches since 6th grade, and now it's my turn. Senior year has been a blast, and I'm more than ready to graduate, but I will definitely miss a lot of things about this school. From retreats to Spirit Week,
to soccer games, and just go to class for Miss Higgs when I'm late to school. Mom, thank you for everything. You pushed me when I needed a big push, and you made sure I took every opportunity possible. Balancing work and 5 kids, you spent most of your time helping me with my responsibilities, emphasis on my. Ellie, even though you haven't been here for my past 2 years, you made high school a great time, but also made us late to school every day of sophomore year. Emmy, don't make the same mistakes as I did. You're gonna be the only child left in the house, which is scary. So Mom won't take her eyes off of you, so be prepared. To my teachers, Mr. Bryant, you are awesome. I'll never forget our talks and all the advice you've given me. Thank you for surprising me with my favorite bagels and always checking on me. Mr. Matt Smith, I think I've become more sarcastic because of you. I appreciate what you've done for me, and I know if I ever need anything or someone to talk to, I can come to you. I'll miss trash get ball review games, making artsy posters about history, and getting made fun of by you. Mr. Styling, aka Mr. Sticky, I only had you first semester, but I still got to talk to you every day at least once, whether it was about what we had for lunch, how life is going, or DoorDash. Coach Hames, thank you for making me smile and laugh. I'm so happy I got to know you during soccer season. I'll miss you lots, and I'll make sure to stay in touch. There are many more teachers I could name, but the list would go on and on. To my classmates, it's been a pleasure getting to know all of you, and I admire so many things about each of you. Congrats and good luck. Thank you, HHCA, for friendships and memories.
Sorry, I put spacing on my speech. Okay. This little girl grew and prepared to leave home, the places I'll see, the places I'll roam. Am I ready and prepared to see my life start? My teachers said yes, it is time for you to part. My parents said go, but you're still in our heart. My grandparents smiled, knowing more than I do. Life is adventurous and opportunities few. Take hold of the chance to fly far from the nest. Struggles are real, but they make you your best. Memories will anchor me while I leave from the shore. Growth takes risk, and there will be fear to the core. Dad says, fear not the horizon, for fear is a leash. It holds you back and takes away your peace. Mom says, hold tight to our love that knows no bound. You never are lost, alone, and not found. For they prayed for me and loved me and taught me well. I can go out in this world, and this I would tell. Distance is hard. Real friends are few. But we have to leave to find the real you. My teachers encouraged me all along the way. My grandparents believed in me each and every day. My mom and my dad's love prepared me to soar. I paused and I thought as I walked through the door. This little girl grew and prepared to leave home, the places I'll see, the places I'll roam. I am ready and prepared to see my life start. My teachers said yes, it is time for you to part. My parents said go, you're still in our heart. Thank you.
Some may know me as Marie, Mar, Melissa, Riss, Melinda, Malia. The list goes on. My year at HHCA has been very short-lived, but I have made so many great memories that will never be forgotten here. I have loved getting closer to all my friends. We had a blast this year playing Powder Puff, going to homecoming, dancing at prom, and having a senior lock-in. I will miss being around every one of you, and I will forever remember the fun times we had. Mom and Dad, you guys are my biggest cheerleaders through all the sports I have played. No matter the distance of my volleyball tournaments, you two are always there. I don't know who spends more money on food, me the player, or my dad at the concession stands between every game. I want to say thank you to Coach Thine, Mr. Curtis, and Miss O'Connor for always being there for me. Coach Drew, thank you for always believing in me and helping me get to where I am now. Out of all my volleyball teams, this team has felt more like a team than any other. HHCA has brought me closer to Christ, and I could not have asked for a better senior year. I wish the best to each and every one of you in the next years.
I'm so thankful to be able to spend the past 4 years here, but I'm even more thankful that I was able to do it all in 4 years.
The first people I'd like to thank are my parents. Mom, thank you for helping me with my academics. I'm not sure if I would have been able to make it through school without you. Dad, thank you for pushing me to be my best that I can be academically, on the field, as a person, and most importantly, a follower of Christ. I'd also like to thank some teachers. Thank you, Mr. Harrington and Miss Jackson, for giving me so much help before school, after school, and dealing with my very many questions. Also, thank you, Mrs. Harrington, for giving me so many points off on my papers for not putting my name. If it weren't for you, I would probably still be forgetting my name on papers. I'm so grateful to have been able to play sports here. I've learned so much, but I've learned so many valuable life lessons from sports. I'm thankful to my coaches for being great role models. Mr. Mao, thank you for forcing me to run cross country. It was amazing to try a sport I'd never done before my senior year. Coach Muis and O'Shaughnessy, you have made soccer such a fun and friendly environment to be a part of. I'm so grateful for everything you have taught me over the past 2 years. I'll remember my years at HHCA very fondly. Thank you all.
I joined this school in my junior year, and when I first came, I was not expecting what I found. I found a wonderful, vibrant community. I found colorful personalities and unique individuals, each student adding something of their own to our school, and teachers that connected to their students on just as much a personal level as an academic one. Now, I'd love to go on in great detail about how the school has impacted me, but unfortunately, we do have word limits. I do want to acknowledge a few specific people who stand out to me as I look back on my time here. I want to thank Mrs. Johns, who sadly no longer works here, but was a welcoming face and encouraged me to become more confident in sharing my own writing and words. I want to thank Ms. O'Connor, who has been a voice of such positivity and at times sanity. I want to thank Mrs. Harden, who has never hesitated to ask me if I'm all right, and I know I'm going to miss the book discussions in that class and maybe even the essays. I want to thank Ms. Del Ruscio and Mrs. Smith, whose smiles have always brightened my day and I will miss TAing for. And I want to thank Mr. Collins for the last-minute study sessions, encouragement, and laughs. I also want to thank my brothers for all their positivity and listening to my craziness. And I want to thank my mom, whose perseverance, dedication, and love of God has and always will be a source of inspiration. You're my role model, and I'm so proud to be called your daughter. And to my fellow seniors and my friends, thank you for your weirdness and vibrancy. I can't wait to find out where we all end up in life, because there's so many better things ahead of us than there are that we leave behind us. Thank you.
Throughout my 2 years at HHCA, I have had the privilege to be surrounded by mentors that truly care about their students. They have shown me that they care about me in so many ways and inspire me to want to achieve great things in my life. I'm immensely grateful for the time that they poured into me. At HHCA, I have felt cared for and valued by the mentors, and every single one of them has made an impact on me, and I would just like to thank all of them for that. I would like to specifically thank Mrs. Guccio for her constant support and everything she has done for me throughout the past 2 years. She always made sure to check in on me and spent a lot of time just listening to what I had to say, whether it was a new story, something about college, or me complaining about my other classes. Mrs. Guccio was always there to listen. I personally would also like to thank all of the ladies that work in the office for everything they do, but specifically for everything they have done for me. Along with Mrs. Guccio, Miss Sulka, Mrs. Wood, Mrs. Duell, Miss Mackay, Mrs. Robinson, and Miss McDevitt always brightened my day when I came into the office. Their words of support and encouragement inspired me to work hard and challenge myself academically and personally. I will miss talking to them next year, but they all impacted me positively, and I appreciate everything that they have done for me. To my parents, my mentors, and my friends, thank you. From the bottom of my heart for everything you have done for me here at HHCA. Hilton Head Christian Academy, thank you for the 2 years of support, friendship, and memories. Thank you and congratulations to the class of 2022.
Just 9 short months ago, I was a new kid landing at my third high school with a big adjustment it was going to be, or so I thought. I'm still amazed by how welcome I was by the mentors, coaches, and student body. Seeing many faces smile would make me smile. I would be excited to come to school, just don't count the tardiness. I couldn't have done this without the people in my corner guiding me in the right direction. Mom, Dad, thank you for being my biggest supporters, shaping me into the person I am, destined to succeed, giving me knowledge, the needs, and especially the wants. I couldn't have asked for more. My siblings, thank you for always having my back when things go left. You're always people I can count on. It would be a little quiet around the house, but I'll be home to stir up things again. Special thanks to all my mentors that helped me make this year fun to learn. Your positivity and encouragement brighten my days. I will always remember the fun and successful season me and my teammates had on the field. We gave it our all and finished the season with the state title. I will miss chapel on Fridays, having the chance to make the half-court shot in the HHCA package. This was all God's plan. Thank you, HHCA.
To be a senior and standing in front of all you people is a nerve-wracking but exciting experience. I remember watching my older siblings graduate and move on to the next season of their life and waiting very impatiently for my turn. Now here I am graduating high school tomorrow. Transferring to Hilton Head Christian Academy my sophomore year was one of the best things that God has put in my life. I'm so thankful for the friendships that I have made and for the mentors that have been a huge blessing in my life. I want to thank my mom and dad for the sacrifices they have made to put me in this building today. I want to thank my brother and my sisters for being my biggest fan in any situation. Thank you for my friends for being there, for being an only call away when I needed it. Thank you to Shira Thompson for leading me to Christ in any situation, good or bad. Thank you to Miss Harden for the wise words of encouragement in anything I do. And thank you to Miss Marcia Taylor for all the wise advice she has given me. My biggest thank you is to my cross-country team for being the best friends I could ever ask for, making the dreadful 8-mile practices actually fun. As Mr. Mao would say before every race, I have fought the good fight, I have completed the race, and I have kept the faith. The prize shows that I have God's approval now waiting for me. Thank you.
Two years ago, I came into this school with a small group of friends, and now I'm standing here with a group of people that I consider family. While there was a lot going on in my life behind the scenes, this school became an escape. It was a place where I actually look forward to coming to every day. From having people to talk to in the hallways, to complaining about the test I just took, to losing my voice at every single home game. I would never trade these memories for anything. There are a few people who made a large impact in my life during this time here. First, I would like to thank my mom. She was the person who made me smile day in and day out. While she may no longer be here, I know she's up in heaven pulling strings and guiding me in the right direction. My dad has also been instrumental in making me the man I am today by assuring I keep a relationship with the Lord and respect the people around me. Over the years of high school, my sister has become my best friend, and I don't know what I would do without her. I would also like to thank Coach JW for the many tropical smoothie runs during fourth period, Mr. Mao for adopting me during my other free period, Miss O'Connor for being the fellow new kid with me last year, and Mr. Styling for always being someone fun to talk to in the hallways. Thank you for being great mentors and coaches, and always being open to having a conversation about anything with me. Thank you to everyone in this school for always leading me in the right direction.
All right, so this is a letter to HHCA. Thank you, HHCA, for my high school career. These past 4 years have transformed me into the man I am today. Thank you to the teachers and the coaches that put up with me and every other student throughout these years. The coaches here are different. Of course, we want to win games and championships, which we do and we have, but they care more about how they impact our life. Football, soccer, and even basketball this year was special. I'll always remember the ups and downs. All the coaches have made a dramatic impact on my life with lessons and being a man. I want to thank every one of them. Teachers and staff, thank you for dealing with us and teaching us. Thank you. Hilton Head Christian Academy.
What to say? You guys here are my people. My life for the past 4 years have revolved around this place, in some good ways and definitely some bad. I remember shadowing here in 8th grade. I was so nervous in Mr. Dale's humanities class, listening to my future classmates present their projects. I mean, hey, I always say fake it till you make it. I guess it worked out in my favor this time. This place holds so many of my favorite memories, like my sophomore E10 rants with Emma, where sometimes we would get a little too loud and the room would go quiet, and then we would just kind of look at each other and giggle. Or at the football games where I would yell at the dumb comments my friend Grace Offner would make. It's funny because I still don't really know how we're friends. I think it was Algebra 2 with Mr. Abbott. Again, sorry about ditching you and not being your TA junior year. Not only did I build relationships with you guys, but I also built many great relationships with my teachers. Mr. Collins and Mr. Musso, I cannot thank you enough for both teaching me that I know more than I think I do, even if sometimes it doesn't seem like it. I would like to thank each and every one of you for what you guys have taught me, whether it's fixing my horrible spelling, thanks again, Mrs. Harrington, for always double checking my papers, or teaching me valuable life lessons. I will miss each and every one of you guys when we part ways, but I'm so proud of each and every one of you, and I know you guys will succeed. Finally, I would like to thank my family for always supporting me and loving me through every crazy or dumb decision I've ever made. Thank you.
I started here at Hilton Head Christian my first year of high school, and these 4 years have gone by super fast. The students and faculty really make experience at HHCA everything you can ask for. And although I would like to sit here and thank every single teacher and mentor I can, the two people who have impacted me the most here are Coach Kenny and Mr. Bryant. Coach Kenny, thank you for everything. 4 state championships in a row, not most people can say. I would like to especially thank my family and my friends through supporting me and doing everything they can for me to achieve all my goals. I would like to say one more thing to the class of 2022. Do great things, congratulations, and as my dad always tells me, good decisions. Thank you.
Dear Hilton Head Christian Academy, it's not you, it's me. I have grown out of this time in my life and we must move on. In our 5-year relationship, we have laughed together through the halls and cried together in the bathrooms. We have had dance parties in the parking lot with our friends and really hard talks with our favorite mentors. We have cheered on the Eagles from the sidelines and sometimes screamed really loud after a long day. We have learned a lot and we've skipped a lot of classes too. You have shown me who my true friends are, and more importantly, have shown me who I am. Without you, I would not know my strengths, nor my weaknesses. I thank you for leading me to meet Miss Harrington, Miss O'Connor, Mr. Bryant, and Mr. Langhouse, and so many others who loved me on the days you broke my heart. I thank you for teaching me things far beyond math and reading, but how to love God and love people. Now I will take the lessons you have given me and allow them to shape my future. You have set me up for success and led me to the bigger and better. We have always had an honest relationship, so I must tell you that I am dumping you for Clemson University. In the wise words of Taylor Swift, high school, we are never getting back together, like ever. Thank you.
Good morning, HHCA. When I sat down to write this like 5 months ago, because I'm an overachiever, I spent a good 30 minutes trying to figure out what to say. So here's my attempt at a senior speech. Hopefully, I don't mess it up too bad. When we were freshmen, someone told me high school goes by fast. I think I laughed. I probably said, well, I can't wait for it to be over, or something like that. But today, I'm feeling a little nostalgic. Anybody else? When I look back on these past 4 years, I think I can tell you 2 things. I mean, probably more, but I'll spare you the hours of talking I would be doing. So here goes. Number 1, life goes by faster than you think, so make as many memories as you can. You never know what might happen if you simply just go for it. Number 2, we've been through some ups and downs, a lot of ups and downs, but I don't think I'd change my high school experience for anything different. I'd like to thank my mentors and the people around me for helping me become who I am today. And yeah, I could have done this or gone in that club or something, but I think I've learned that life is what you make it. And while I'm sure there are always things that are out of our control, I want to be able to look back at my life and have no regrets. That's a pretty lofty goal. But now I'm choosing to look back at my high school career and have no regrets. So I'm going to leave y'all with some advice that hopefully I'll follow too. Never do something that makes you unhappy or uncomfortable. And always remember to live life to the fullest. Opportunities are waiting for you. I just know it. Love you, make good choices. Me.
Dear HHCA, when I started kindergarten, I never thought I would be where I am today, a lifer. I've gone to this school for 13 years. In that very long amount of time, it makes it hard for me to thank specific people because every mentor and person I've encountered at the school has impacted me in some way. Because of these encounters, you all have shaped me into the person I am today. Thank you to my sister Piper. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have gotten through my freshman and sophomore years. Thank you to my best friend for making everything funny and the weird voices you guys make and how you don't care what others think of you. You truthfully are amazing people, and I know you have bright futures ahead of you. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for pushing me to do my best in school, athletics, and for teaching me to be patient when things get difficult. For this, I'm so grateful, and I couldn't dream of more caring, loving, and kind parents. I've had a lot of amazing experiences at the school that I will never forget. I remember Miss McShane and Miss McDevitt welcoming me into school every day during my lower school years. I remember signing up for Tiny Eagles in the 1st grade and doing my first stunt during the homecoming football game. This school has been my life for 13 years and it's coming to an end. Family, friends, and teachers, for everything you have done for me, I'd like to say thank you.
It has now been a year since I started crying every time that this day crossed my mind, but we made it. I am so fortunate to have had the privilege of spending the last 4 years growing up with my incredible classmates and teachers. The teachers at this school that deserve my recognition the most today are Mr. Mousseau and Mr. Lingefeld. Mr. Mousseau has always been there for me and made sure I am maintaining a good understanding of what's going on in math. When we weren't putting his knowledge of Division I mascots to the test, he was pouring his heart out into fine-tuning the mathematical capabilities of every student who would graduate from this school, and I am forever grateful for his influence. While Mr. Mousseau was like a father to me throughout high school, Mr. Lingefeld was nothing short of a friend after very little time of knowing him. It has been incredible to have had the opportunity to speak to, by far, the most well-versed Christian I believe I'll ever meet, and I applaud him for investing as much time as he has into my religious understanding. I cannot express enough how thankful I am for the teachers and staff of HHCA for helping me become the man I am today. I hope to be remembered by the underclassmen and teachers for my witty humor, big brother mentality on the soccer field, and unmatched blow pong talent. Thank you all, and go Eagles.
If I could just flip this page without shaking too much. Wow. They say high school is some of the most important years of your life. What they say is true. I have made many friends and countless memories. I have lost many friends and opportunities, but I will forever be in debt to the mentors that poured into my life and did everything they could to make sure I succeeded. I genuinely don't know where I would be if I didn't come to this school. And I want to give a special thank you to the mentor who has poured into me since the day I stepped foot on this campus, Mr. Curtis. You have done so much for me and my beautiful family, and I would truly be lost without your guidance. Through my many hiccups, you were by my family's side, reassuring us everything will be okay. You've inspired me in ways I can't explain, and I can't wait to start my adulthood with you by my side from afar. Last but not least, my two beautiful parents. Words cannot describe the love I have for you two, even after our many, 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 many ups and downs. Both of you still love me with all of your heart. God has blessed me with the best parents a kid can ask for. Kind, loving, forgiving, stern, and keeping me in my place, because we all know I can get out of it sometimes. Because thank you to the class of 2022. Let's go change the world.
Please give the class of 2022 another round of applause. Thank you. Have a seat, please. We're almost done. Seniors, I'm going to step over here so I can see all of you. It has been a pleasure working with you. You are loved, and I told them at the retreat, this is my 22nd year in education. This is one of the top 5 classes I've worked with, so thank you for all that you've done and given to our school. We love you. Parents, thank you for choosing Christian education. It is a decision, and often it is a sacrifice. And I can't tell you how much myself, Mr. Langhouse, our staff, and our school board appreciate that decision and allowing us to work with your children, body, mind, and spirit. So thank you for that. That concludes our program tonight. If you'd like to stay and take pictures, feel free. And again, thank you for coming.
Your love is like radiant diamond, bursting inside us. We cannot contain. Your love will surely come find us, like blazing wildfire, singing your name. God.